Sola Softball Complex. It is the final game of the day here on day 14 of FGCL play here on Field 2, and this game features the Pioneers taking on the Bradenton Slice. I'm Tom Kennery. Thank you so much for joining us here for what is our second game of the day. Our first games were moved over to BCS because of unplayable fields due to the heavy rains yesterday and overnight. So we just saw the Sea Cows hold off the Skeeters by a final score of 7-5, and now it's the Pioneers taking on the Slice. Here's the starting lineup for the visiting team, the Pioneers, who are 2-9 entering today's game. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They're tied for 11th. They're 7 games back in the loss column behind head coach Erica Beach. Caitlin Tye, the shortstop, will lead things off, and she's stepping in right now. First pitch is in the dirt for ball one. Caprice Barella, the second baseman, will bat second. Batting third is the third baseman, Sydney Lamont. Ella Dawson, right field, bats fourth. Maddie Baker, first base, batting fifth. Gwen Hall, the left fielder, bats sixth. Gabby Evans, the extra batter, batting seventh. Bailey Davis, the pitcher, bats eighth. Valerie Combs, catching, batting ninth. And Jet Harrell, the center fielder, will bat 10th. They're facing in the circle for the Slice, a left-handed redshirt freshman out of Charlotte, Aubrey Yarnell. Yarnell on the year, making her 8th appearance in the circle for Bradenton. That's a ground ball to short. Stop made by Dodge. The throw's in time, and there's one away. Yarnell's pitched 20 innings with a 2-1 record, 11 runs allowed. They've all been earned, a 3.85 ERA, 26 hits, 17 strikeouts, 7 walks, a 165 whip. Entering today's play for Yarnell. As a team, through 12 games, the Slice have allowed 71 runs, 55 earned, for a 4.89 team ERA and a 1.83 team whip. First pitch is a called strike to Caprice Barella. Barella, 9 of 17, batting .529 with 3 runs scored, 2 runs driven in. That is a bunt. That is a foul ball in the right-handed batter's box. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 to Barella, low and outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. As a team, through 11 games, the Neers have scored 61 runs, and they have a .301 team batting average, team on base percentage at .394. A little bit high, 2-2. Defensively for the Slice, Gardner in left, Shaw in center, Bross in right, Gingrich at third, Dodge at short, Nesbitt at second, Lamar at first, Holtze is behind the plate, Shaver and Molitor, the DP and extra hitter. 2-2 pitch is popped up and foul ground, and it will get just foul. Out of the reach of both Gingrich and Holtze. 84 degrees under cloudy skies here today in Bradenton. Other than the rain threat, it's been our most comfortable weather day of the season so far. 2-2. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Barella's down on strikes, and there's 2 away. That one is a fair ball over the third base bag for Sydney Lamont. Diving attempt by Gingrich. She couldn't come up with it. Lamont digging for second. She will slide in safely at second. Not the most graceful slide, but it got her there. And a 2-out double by Sydney Lamont gets the first base runner for the Neers here in the first inning. Ella Dawson now the batter. Dawson batting .370, 10 of 27, 6 runs scored, 9 runs driven in. Has a homer and 3 doubles. First pitch fouled away. One walk drawn on the year for Dawson. Out of the way. No balls, 2 strikes. Erica Beach, the head coach of the Pioneers, in the third base coaching box. Lorelei Depew, the assistant coach, in the first base box for the Neers. The 0-2's in the dirt, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Beach, the longest tenured FGCL head coach. She's been the head coach of the Neers all 6 years of the league. An FGCL Hall of Famer. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Former All-American pitcher at Arizona State and head coach at New Mexico. The 2-2. Line to left. That's going to get down for a base hit and get all the way to the wall. Lamont will round third. She will score. And Dawson will stand up at second. Back-to-back 2-out doubles for the Pioneers give them a 1-0 lead. So the Neers are on the board, and Maddie Baker will be the batter. Baker 10 of 22, batting .155, 4 runs scored, 2 runs driven in. Couple of doubles and 4 walks on the year for Baker. Earlier today, the 9:30 window of games, which were moved over to VCS, Bradenton Christian School here in Bradenton. Unfortunately, no streaming of those games. Swing and a miss. Saw the River Mocs drop a 5-3 decision to the Queens, and the Circus run roll the Aquanauts 9-0. The noon window, which started at 1:30 here at Palmasola, saw the Rodeo coming from behind to beat the Finns 10-8, and the Sea Cows to hold off the Skeeters 7-5. Squeeze of the Impact about to get underway over on Field 1. We'll keep you up to date as that one gets underway. These two teams tomorrow, the Pioneers will take on the Squeeze. Field 1 at 9:30. Slice takes on the Impact on Field 2 at 2:30. That's in there for a called strike 3. Baker's down on strikes, and that'll do it for the Pioneers here in the first, but the Pioneers strike first. They get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We played a half inning. Pioneers 1, Slice coming to bat. This is the FGCL. Pioneers with a 1-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the first inning, and here is the starting lineup for the Bradenton Slice, who enter today's game at 7-5 on a 1-game losing streak. They're in 6th place in the league, 3 games back of first place in the loss column under head coach Brittany Purser. Their starting lineup starts with Kylie Shaw at the top, center fielder. Lexi Shaver, the extra hitter, bats second. Batting third is the shortstop Ella Dodge. Layla Lamar, first base, bats fourth. Lily Holtche, the catcher, will bat fifth. Batting sixth is Caitlin Nesbitt, second base. Precious Bross, right field, bats 7th, batting 8th. Riley Gardner, the left fielder. Brittany Gingrich, third base, batting 9th, and batting 10th is designated player Grace Molitor. They're facing in the circle for the Pioneers, left-handed freshman from McNeese, Bailey Davis. First pitch to Shaw, outside for ball 1. Davis on the year, making her 8th appearance for the Neers. She's pitched 15 innings entering today. With an 0-2 record, she's given up 15 runs that have all been earned, a 7 ERA. 18 hits, 10 strikeouts, 11 walks, a 193 whip. Slap foul. As a team, through 11 games, the Pioneers have given up 93 runs, 67 have been earned. That's an ERA as a team of 6.51 and a team whip of 2.21. Kylie Shaw is 9 of 40, batting .475, 11 runs scored, 5 runs driven in with 3 doubles, 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches, and a sacrifice fly. Counts now full on her 3 balls and 2 strikes. As a team, the Slice has a team batting average of .364, and they've scored 90 runs in 12 games. Team on base percentage of .433. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Defensively for the Neers, Hall in left, Harrell in center, Dawson in right, Lamont at third, Ty at short, Barella at second, Baker at first with Combs behind the plate, and Evans the DP. High and away, ball 4, and that's the leadoff walk for Kylie Shaw, starting things off for the Slice as they try to answer back after the Pioneers took the 1-0 lead with 2 two-out doubles in the top of the first. That'll bring up now Lexi Shaver. Shaver batting .444, has been on a tear lately. 16 of 36, 13 runs scored, 18 RBIs with 6 homers, a triple, 4 doubles, 3 walks and a hit by pitch, a sacrifice fly for Shaver as well. That bunt is down. It's a fair ball, and the throw down is going to be just in time to get Shaver. So the sacrifice bunt moves the runner into scoring position with 1 away. I think Shaver's trying to get the base hit there, but she'll take the sack. For Ella Dodge. First pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Dodge batting .371, 13 of 35. Twelve runs scored, 6 runs driven in with a homer and 4 doubles. She has 6 walks, and she's been hit twice. Bunted out a miss there, ball and 2 strikes. Shaw caught between second and third, but she's back as Combs just ran at her. There's Brittany Purser, the head coach of the Slice. The head coach at Walter State. That pitch hits the the outside corner for a called strike 3. And there's 2 away. So 2-out runner on second now for Layla Lamar. First pitch a bit high. Lamar, 18 of 37 on the season, batting .486, 15 runs scored, 16 driven in. Also has 6 homers, 2 doubles, and 3 walks. Fly ball to center. That's going to fall for a base hit. Rounding third is Shaw. She will score easily. And the RBI single off the bat of Layla Lamar ties things up. It's 1-1. So both teams with some 2-out production here in the first inning. We'll bring up now the catcher, Lily Holtje. .348 the average for Holtje. She takes the first pitch for a called strike. Eight of 23, 3 runs scored, 8 runs driven in, a homer, a double, and 2 walks on the season. For the slice catcher, lines that one, but that's going to hook foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Two bounces in and bounces away from Combs behind the plate, so the wild pitch will move Lamar into scoring position. Holtje bounds back to fill up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Field 1 is underway. No score, just underway between the squeeze and the impact. Keep up to date on that one. Low and away for ball 4, and Holtje, after falling behind 0-2 in the count, coaxes a walk, and now runners are on first and second with 2 outs. For Caitlin Nesbitt. And we'll have a pinch runner come out for the slice. Emma Brickman will run as a courtesy for the catcher. And Caitlin Nesbitt will be the batter. First pitch fouled away for strike 1. Nesbitt's batting .409. She's 9 of 22, 6 runs scored, 5 runs driven in, has a double and a walk. Out in front there, no balls, 2 strikes. Fly ball to center. Harrell in her tracks makes the catch for out number 3 to end the inning. The slice tied things up in the bottom of the first. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. We played an inning, tied up at 1. This is the FGCL. We head to the top of the second inning, 1-1 between the Pioneers and the Slice. Gwen Hall will lead things off for the Nears here in the second. Hall, Evans, and Davis against Aubrey Yarnell, back out for her second inning of work. Yarnell, a redshirt freshman at Charlotte this past season from Montgomery, Texas. She transferred to Charlotte from UT Arlington and led Charlotte in pitching appearances in 2025. Gwen Hall steps in, the first pitch bounces in for ball one. At Charlotte this past year, a 4.28 ERA, 12-9 the record, 115 in the third innings pitched, 154 hits, 103 runs, 71 earned, 39 walks, and 33 strikeouts for the 49ers. Gwen Hall, 6 of 19, batting .316 on the year, 5 runs scored, 4 runs driven in with a double, 5 walks, and 2 hit by pitches here in the league. Ground ball to second, Nesbitt's there, she'll make the stop in the throw, and there's one away. One out, nobody on now for Gabby Evans. Evans, 6 of 24, batting .250, 3 runs scored. She has an RBI, a home run, 3 walks, and hit by pitch. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. The up to the minute standings update here in the league. Entering the third window of games here on day 14. Called strike, 1-2. The Squeeze are in first place. They're 10-2, looking to remain there as they take on the Impact. The Queens are at 10-3. Squeeze loss would bring them back to a tie for first place. In third place are the Aquanauts. They're 9-3. The Impact in fourth place at 7-4. So a big game going over between two of the top 4 teams in the league record-wise over on field one. The Rodeo now on a 5-game win streak. They are 8-5. They're in fifth. Slicer in sixth. They're 7-5. Rivermont's in seventh, tied with the Sea Cows. They're both at 5-7. Circus have won 2 in a row. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Evans down on strikes, and there's 2 away. So Circus in 9th at 9-4. You have the Finns in 10th at 3-9. They've lost 8 in a row. You have the Finns. The Skeeters and the Pioneers tied at 11th at 2-9. First pitch to Bailey Davis is inside for ball one. Davis 6 of 21, 286 the average, 2 runs scored with 2 RBIs, a double, 3 walks. Yarnell hit both Rivers in the first 2 pitches, 2 balls, no strikes. Hit the outside, the inside edge that time, 2-1. Two, fouled off. Payoff pitch to Davis. She'll ground it foul. Stays alive, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fly ball to right field. Bross now charging in. Will make the catch for out number 3 to retire the side. Nears go 3 up and 3 down here in the second. We move to the bottom of the second inning. Still 1-1 between the Pioneers and the Slice. This is the FGCL. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Slice and the Nears tied up at 1. Bross, Gardner, and Gingrich 2 up for Bradenson here in the second. And it's Bailey Davis back out for her second inning of work for the Pioneers. Davis, a left-handed freshman out of McNeese. Pitched 3 2/3 innings for the Cowgirls, did not allow a run. 4 hits, 5 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Looking to crack more of the rotation here in her senior season, or excuse me, her sophomore season coming up in 2026. Precious Bross swings and misses at the first pitch to start things off here in the second. Bross batting 125, 3 of 24, 3 runs scored with 3 walks and 2 hit by pitches. Ground ball to short. Ty has it. The throw is there, and there's one away. One out, nobody on for the left fielder, Riley Gardner. Gardner 8 of 30, batting 267. Pulls back the bunt for a called strike. 6 runs scored, 3 runs driven in with a double, and 3 walks here in the FGCL. Two, swung on and missed. 4 strike 3. 3-pitch strikeout, sits down Gardner, and there's 2 gone now for the third baseman, Brittany Gingrich. Gingrich is 3 of 23 with 7 runs scored. She has 1 run driven in with 5 walks and a hit by pitch. First pitch is a called strike. The schedule is triple headers today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. Fly ball to right. Dawson makes the catch, and that'll do it for the Slice here in the second. Branson goes down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We played 2. It's 1-1 between the Nears and the Slice. This is the FGCL. Valerie Combs leading things off for the Pioneers here in the third. It's a 1-1 ball game. 9-10-1 due up for the Nears. That one's off the foot. And Combs will take a knee for a moment. That hurts. Combs is 5 of 23 on the year, batting .217. She has 2 RBIs with 2 doubles and 2 walks. She talks with her head coach, Hall of Famer Erica Beach. Over on field 1, they're in the top of the second inning. The Squeeze have taken a 1-0 lead over the Impact. RBI double by Lily St. Jean. All right, Combs sits back in. She's ready to go. No balls and 2 strikes on her. Lifted to shallow right, charging in and unable to come up with it is Bross, and that's going to be a bloop single for Valerie Combs. Haley Love will come in to courtesy run for Combs, and Jet Harrell will be the batter. Harrell batting .250 here in FGCL play. First pitch. Bunted out and missed for strike 1. 7 of 28, 7 runs, a double, a walk, and she's been hit 3 times for Harrell so far. Oh, and 2. So again, the schedule coming up for this week. We're playing Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday and Saturday off with the 4th of July. back at it on Sunday. Sunday, next Monday, and next Tuesday, we'll wrap up the regular season. Popped up, back behind third base, ranging over is a shortstop Dodge to make the play. 1 out now. And back to the top of the order, and Caitlin Ty. Ty grounded out her first time. Sophomore this past season at Western Michigan. First pitch is a strike. Ty currently in the transfer portal. One ball, one strike. Fouled away, 2 balls, 2 strikes, as Lorelei Depew almost got taken out. That one's fouled off. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Loop to second. And I believe Love forgot how many outs there were. She's going to be doubled off, and that'll do it for the Pioneers. Here in the third, no runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody left. We head to the bottom of the third, still 1-1 between the Nears and the Slice. This is the FGCL. One between the Slice and the Pioneers as we move to the home half of the third inning. Grace Molitor to lead things off for the Slice. 10-1-2 due up. Bailey Davis back out for her third inning of work. Both teams scored in the first, nothing doing since. First pitch misses high and inside for ball one to Molitor. Fouled away, 1-1. Molitor batting .310. She's 9 of 29. 7 runs scored, 5 runs driven in with 2 homers, 4 doubles. She's got 4 walks and a hit by pitch on the year. Three and 1 the count. High and inside for ball 4. Molitor draws the leadoff walk to start things off here in the third. We go back to the top of the order and Kylie Shaw. Shaw walked and scored in the first inning. Freshman at Florida this past season and entered the transfer portal and is on her way to Auburn. Was an early enrollee at Florida. Came from Evangelical Christian High School in Acero, Florida, where she had a .556 career batting average. 1-1. She scored 181 high school runs, 87 RBIs, 34 doubles, 21 triples, had 10 homers and 108 stolen bases for her high school career. That's bunted at and missed. A ball and 2 strikes. Wasn't able to crack a crowded Gator lineup. Did score 14 runs, appearing mostly as a pinch runner for the Gators. And I would certainly think that she's going to be a major part of the offense for the Malveaux at Auburn in 2026. The Tigers have a lot of roster turnover this year. Fly ball shallow left, charging in is Hall. She'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. Good job by Hall to come in and take charge. Ty and Harrell were having trouble tracking that one down. So 1 out now, runner on first. Lexi Shaver is the batter. Laid down a sacrifice bunt her first time. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. One change defensively for the Nears in this inning. Kennedy Shea is your new second baseman. Caprice Barella warming up will likely come in next inning to pitch. Shaver swung and missed that one in the dirt, but it bounces away. And Grace Molitor will head down to second on the wild pitch. Shaver, a sophomore at Kennesaw State in 2025, and she has entered the transfer portal. Swings and misses at strike 3, and there's 2 away. So 2 out now with a runner on second base for Ella Dodge. She struck out her first time. Dodge, a redshirt freshman at Tennessee this past year from right here in Bradenton. She was a two-time Florida 7A state championship player for Lakewood Ranch. For the Lady Vols this past year, she batted .244, 15 RBIs, 7 homers, 2 triples, 7 doubles, 32 runs scored, at .346 OBP. She was an everyday starter for the Lady Vols in the last month of the season, including their postseason run, Final Four berth in the Women's College World Series. Fouls that one away, stays alive, 2-2. 2-out runner on second. We're still tied up at 1 here in the bottom of the third. Slice and the Pioneers. That one is driven to deep right field. That one's back and off the top of the wall. Coming in to score is Molitor, and standing up on second with a 2-out RBI double is Ella Dodge. It's now 2-1. Slice with the lead. If the fences were 7 feet tall instead of 8, that would have been a home run. But Dodge will take the RBI double, giving the Slice the lead. And bringing up Layla Lamar. First pitch to her is high and outside for ball 1. Lamar, an RBI single, her first time. Also an early enrollee at Florida this past season, also in the transfer portal. She was the number 4 overall player in the 2024 signing class, according to Max Preps. Was 4 of 17, batted .235 for the Gators this past year with 4 RBIs and 3 runs scored. Fouls that one off at the plate. From an athletic family, her mother, Marissa Young, was a 3-time All-American pitcher at Michigan. Back-to-back Big Ten Player of the Year honors in 2002 and 2003. Head coach at Duke now. Ground ball to second. Shea will glove it and make the throw for out number 3 to end the inning. But the Slice take the lead here in the third. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We played 3. It's 2-1 Slice with the lead. This is the FGCL. Two-one Slice, top of the 4th inning. Caprice Barella to lead things off. First pitch to her misses for ball 1. Barella 0 for 1 with a strikeout. RB Yarnell back out for her 4th inning of work. Through 3 innings, she's giving up 1 run. It was earned. 3 walks. Excuse me, 3 hits. No walks and 3 strikeouts for Yarnell. Ground ball to third, backhanded by Dodge. Makes the throw for the first out of the inning. One out now for City Lamont. Had a double and scored back in the first. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Lamont, a sophomore at Green Bay this past year. Batted .232 with 17 RBIs, 2 homers, 6 doubles, 10 runs scored, a .321 OBP. Entered play today, leading the FGCL in several major offensive categories, including home runs, total bases, and RBIs, and she fouled that one off her foot and taking a walk. Discussing things with Lorelei Depew, who is in an effort to switch things up for the Nears over the third base coaching box. Scoreboard update from over on field 1. They're in the top of the third. The Squeeze with a 2-0 lead over the Impact. Called strike, and the count's now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Lamont grounds that one through for a base knock. So 2 for 2 day for the Green Bay Phoenix. That will bring up the right fielder, Ella Dawson. RBI double her first time up. Dawson, a freshman at New Mexico this past year, from Aldie, Virginia. That's a fair ball off third base. Infield single for Dawson puts runners now on first and second with 1 away. So the 3-4 batters for the Nears now 2 for 2 each. And that will bring up the other Green Bay Phoenix here on the Pioneers squad, and that's Maddie Baker. She struck out her first time. Baker from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, sophomore in 2025. Batted .200, 10 of 50, with 2 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 4 runs scored for Green Bay this past year. Baker, known for being funny, as well as for her hatred of snow, which is something she certainly has to deal with on a regular basis in Wisconsin. It's a tough beat. Now a meeting in the circle, the entire slice infield, as well as Erica Beach talking things over with Baker. Throw back down to first, but Dawson's back in plenty of time. 2-1. The Slice got a series victory over the Queens this past weekend, 2-1. But with there being so many other sweeps, they lost ground despite beating a team the caliber of the Queens in the standings. That one's a line drive into left field. That's down. Lamont thinks about it, but she'll stay at third. And now the Nears have runners on the corners, have the bases loaded with 1 out on 3 straight singles. And Brittany Percy will come out and talk things over with Aubrey Yarnell. The Pioneers ran into team right now with the longest current winning streak in the league, the Rodeo. They've now won 5 in a row, have the Rodeo, including a 3-game sweep over the Pioneers. So a win here today for the Nears would put them in a tie for 10th. And they were able to win a couple in a row, pull themselves out of the bottom 4. Slice with a win here today would move into a tie for 5th with that before mentioned Rodeo squad. So bases loaded, 1 out. Gwen Hall will be the batter, 0 for 1. First pitch is high for ball 1. Hall, a freshman at McNeese this past year from Roland, Arkansas, and Little Rock Christian Academy, where she was 3-time All-State. Called strike there, 1-1. For the Cowgirls this past year, Hall batted .214 with 5 RBIs, had a home run, 3 doubles, and 5 runs scored. That hit the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Right in there for a called strike 3. Big strikeout from Yarnell there with the bases loaded. There's now 2 gone. And we'll bring up Gabby Evans, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Evans, a junior at Ball State this past season in the transfer portal, was 1 for 10 at the plate for Ball State this past year. She's also played at Western Michigan and Michigan State in her career. Looking to find a spot for her senior season. Held off on the check swing there. 3 balls and no strikes. Yarnell thought that shouldn't have mattered. Thought she'd thrown a strike. Instead, it's going to be 3-0. 1 is low for ball 4. Did not go on the check swing, and the RBI walk ties the game up. It's now 2-2. Lamont scores. Dawson to third. Baker to second. Bailey Davis will step in. First pitch, low and in for ball 1. Davis flew out her first time up. Saw limited action at the plate for McNeese in her freshman year. Was 2 of 6 with a run scored. Holche goes out and has a quick word with Yarnell, who is all of a sudden missing the zone. Swung on and missed, 3-1. Surprise Davis swung there. Yarnell had thrown 7 straight balls. Counts now full, 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. And the bases loaded. Runners will get the head start. Ground ball to first. Mar will collect it, step on the bag for out number 3 to retire the side, and that was a big out to end the inning and strand the bases loaded for the Pioneers. The Pioneers tie things up as they get 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 left. We head to the home half of the 4th. It's 2-2. Nears and Slice. This is the FGCL. Two as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Lily Holtje to lead things off for the Slice against a new pitcher for the Pioneers, as Bailey Davis will hand things over to Caprice Barella. Davis went 3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. First pitch to Holtje, who walked her first time. Fouled away for strike 1. Corella making her 8th appearance for the Nears. She's pitched 17 in the 3rd innings with an 0-1 record, 10 runs allowed, 7 earned, a 2.83 ERA. "20 hits, 26 strikeouts, and 5 walks for Borrella so far here in the league. 1 ball, 1 strike on Lily Holtje. Holtje, from a freshman from Arizona State in 2025, entered the transfer portal and is headed to FAU. From Lutz, Florida, for the Sun Devils, batted .225 with 13 RBIs, 6 homers, 2 doubles, and 11 runs scored. Had a .398 OBP. That's high for ball 4. So Holtje's now walked twice. Lead off here in the 4th. And that will bring up Caitlin Nesbitt. She's 0 for 1 with a flyout. Fly ball to left and a sliding catch made by Hall. That line drive had some knuckle action on it. Hall stuck with it, made the play, and there's one away. And got the ball in quickly to keep Holtje at first. Precious Bross now the batter. She's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Bross, a freshman at Georgia this past season, entered the transfer portal, staying within the conference and heading to South Carolina. Fly ball, deep right center field. That one's back and up against the wall. Bross will dig for second. She's safe there. Holtje is safe at 3rd. And a double from Precious Bross puts both runners in scoring position here with 1 away in the 4th as the Slice are trying to break the 2-2 tie. Now Brickman will come in to run for Holtje from at 3rd as a courtesy. And Riley Gardner will be the batter. She struck out her first time. First pitch is high for ball 1. Gardner, 1 year of eligibility remaining. Is at Minnesota last season and is in the transfer portal. Scored 13 runs for the Golden Gophers this past year. Zach butt back. 3 balls and a strike. Got the outside corner and the count's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
You got 2.
Payoff pitch. Gardner fouls it away. Burrell looks in, and another 3-2. Called strike 3. Got the outside corner at the knees, and there's 2 away. That brings up Brittany Gingrich. First pitch to her is low for ball 1. Gingrich 0 for 1, had a fly out her first time. Ground ball to short. Collected by Ty, the throws in time, and that'll do it for the Slice here in the 4th, as they're not able to answer back, and we remain tied up at 2. For the Slice, no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 left. We head to the 5th inning, 2-2, Nears and Slice. This is the FGCL. Valerie Combs leading things off for the Pioneers here in the 5th. We're tied up at 2. Pitching change for the Slice as Arby Yarnell will hand things over to Emma Myatt. Yarnell went 4 innings, gave up 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Myatt, making her 8th appearance for the Slice, has pitched 20 innings, with a 2-1 record, 16 runs allowed, 10 have been earned, a 3.50 ERA, 29 hits, 8 strikeouts, and 9 walks, a 190 quit, as that one is low for ball 1. I mean, low for ball 4, and a leadoff walk, I should say. So a walk to start things off here in the 5th. And that will bring up for the first time today Kennedy Shea. First pitch is a strike. Shea, an incoming freshman, headed to Georgia Southern from Plant City, Florida. On the year, Shea, 5 of 23, batting .217, 5 runs scored, 5 RBIs with a homer, and 7 walks. That one floats in, drops in for a called strike 3. And there's one away. Back to the top of the order in Caitlin Ty. She's 0 for 2. Grounded out in the first and popped up into a double play in the third. Ground ball to second. Nesbitt has it, makes the underhand play for out number 2, and Ty reaches on the fielder's choice.
Have they not been batting 10?
Two out, runner on second. Caprice Barella is the batter. She's 0 for 2. Grounds that one. That's a diving stop at third. At short from Dodge. And the errant throw from Dodge went into the dugout. So that will allow the run to come in to score. Combs took off from second to third, even though the ball was in front of her. But Dodge with the error. So that'll be an infield single for Barella. No RBI. Combs scores on the E6. And the Nears have taken a 3-2 lead. And Barella to second on the air for City Lamont. 2 for 2 on the day with a double and a single. 2 runs scored. First pitch is fouled away for strike 1. Bounced in, and taking third on the wild pitch is Jet Harrell, who is courtesy running for Barella. So wild pitch puts her on third with 2 away. So now runners on the corners. There's 2 outs for Ella Dawson, who's 2 for 2 on the day with an RBI double in the first and a single in the fourth. High outside, ball 1. Now the bottom of the fourth they're through 4 over on field 1, and the Squeeze have a 7-0 lead over the Eagles. Fly ball, deep center field, way back, way gone! 3-run homer off the bat of Ella Dawson. And the Nears now lead it 6-2. Dawson now 3 for 3 on the day with 4 RBIs, and she is a triple short of the cycle. Maddie Baker will now be the batter. Loop behind the first base bag, but tracking it down is Nesbitt for out number 3 to retire the side. But the Pioneers explode for 4 runs here in the 5th inning. 4 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error and nobody left. We move to the bottom of the 5th inning. 6-2. Nears with the lead. This is the FGCL. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Pioneers lead it 6-2. First pitch is a fly ball to left, and that is a fair ball off the bat of Grace Molitor. And a leadoff double starts things off for the Slice here in the 5th as they look for the comeback. They've done it before. Head back to the top of the order, and Kylie Shaw Defensive changes for the Pioneers aplenty. Harrell is in left, Love in center, Hall in right, Sims at third, Ties at short, Shea at second, Lamont at first, and Evans is the new catcher. First pitch to Shaw, called strike. Shaw is 0 for 1, walked and scored in the first, had a fly out in the third. Bunted at him, missed. No balls, 2 strikes. A 4-run 5th inning, capped off by a 3-run homer by Ella Dawson for the Pioneers. Slap foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Special thank you to Evo Shield, the official uniform provider of the FGCL, the American Collegiate League. Make sure you're following the FGCL on all social media platforms, including Instagram and Twitter. If you were doing that today, hopefully you saw all the schedule changes that we had. And we also have an opportunity outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Opportunity for you to donate. Help grow the game of softball and help all these players here in the league. Just click that donate now button. Now the payoff pitch to Shaw. Fouled away. Shaw fouls that off, stays alive with a full count. Coming up tomorrow here on Field 2, the first day of July. Another triple header starting at 9:30. River Mocs and the Rodeo, followed up by the Circus and the Queens, and the Slice and the Impact. That'll be day 15 here on Field 2. That's just a touch outside, ball 4. And the Slice now runners on first and second with nobody out. So they tried to answer back after the Neers plated 4 in the top of the 5th inning. Lexi Shaver will be the batter. 0 for 1. Sack bunt in the first, a strikeout in the third. First pitch is a strike. Is Emma Brinkman at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes on her. Takes that inside, 1 and 2. 16 of 31, batting .516 on the year here in the league. Pops this one up in foul ground, and Lamont will track it down to make the catch. We're out number one. Now we'll bring up Ella Dodge. 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the third. Slice, good speed on base. Molitor on second and Shaw on first. That tying run is still in the on-deck circle as we play here in the home half of the fifth. In the 2-1. Dodge with a fly ball to center field, and that's going to get over the center fielder's head and hit it up against the wall. Love gets it in and keeps anyone from advancing more than one base, and now the bases are loaded with one away. Dodge just missed a homer, but everybody had to hold up in case Love was going to be able to catch that one. Now the bases are loaded with one out for Layla Lamar. 1 for 2 on the day, had an RBI single back in the first. But the tying run is to the plate here in the fifth. An opportunity for the Slice to answer the 4 runs scored by the Nears in the top of the fifth. Trying to find that outside corner, just can't quite get there. Swing and a miss.
Nice pitch, Deuce.
Is popped up and foul ground, and it will get out of play. Inside, the count's full now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, bases loaded. Slice trail by 4. respond immediately. Outside for ball 4. And the RBI walk will bring in a run. It's now 6-3. Brings up Lily Holtje. She's walked in both her plate appearances so far today. Holtje takes this to right, and that's down for a base hit. And it gets past the right fielder all the way to the wall. One run will score. 2 runs will score. Lamar heading home. She will score as well, and that's a bases clearing 3 RBI double off the bat of Lily Holtje. And the Slice have taken a 7-6 lead. And the Slice have tied it up 6-6. So the 3 RBI double for Lily Holtje ties things up, and Caitlin Nesbitt will be the batter. The first pitch to her misses low for ball 1. Now Brickman will come out to run for Holtje as a courtesy on second. Four-pitch walk to Nesbitt. Runners now on first and second. Still just the 1 out. And Gabby Evans will call the entire Pioneer infield in to discuss things. Grace Molitor led off the inning with a double. Then it was a walk to Kylie Shaw. A foul out by Emma Brickman. Single by Ella Dodge loaded the bases. An RBI walk for Layla Lamar. And then a 3 RBI bases clearing double for Lily Holtje has tied up this ball game at 6. Both teams with 4 runs in the 5th inning. And what was a 2-2 game, now 6-6. Still just the 1 out. Precious Bross is the batter. She is 1 for 2. She doubled back in the 4th. High for ball 1. fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ross takes that for a called strike 3. And a big strikeout there. Gives the Nears their second out of the inning. And we'll bring up Riley Gardner. She's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. First pitch is outside. In the river. Evans trying to frame those outside pitches, but not getting a call. That one's in there. 1-1. One is slapped to first. Lamont will collect it, step on the bag for out number 3 to retire the side. But the Slice get the runs back here in the 5th inning. They get 4 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 2 left. We move to the 6th inning. We're tied up at 6. This is the FGCL. Six as we start the top of the 5th inning. Gwynn Hall took the first pitch for a strike, now down 0-2 in the count. She's 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a strikeout. Hall, Evans, and Davis due up. Emma Myatt back out in the circle for her 2nd inning of relief for the Slice. A ball and 2 strikes on her. And that one is blooped into left, but charging in is Gardner. She'll make the catch for out number 1. bring up Gabby Evans. She is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and an RBI walk on the day. High and outside, ball 1. Went too far around on the check swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Didn't go that time. 3-1. Foul back, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Out of the Box podcast scoreboard update over on Field 1. The Squeeze have now erupted. It's 10-0 over the Impact, top of the 6th. So the Squeeze look like they will retain the first place spot in the standings after day 14. As that one's low and inside for ball 4. So a walk for Evans. We'll bring up Haley Love, getting her first at bat of the ball game. Love is 2 of 25 on the year with 4 runs scored. She's walked a couple of times. Love, a freshman at Georgia Highlands this past season in the transfer portal. Batted .311 with 6 RBIs, 5 doubles, and had a .340 OBP. A blooper, that's going to be foul. Two balls, 1 strike. One hopper to short, throws the second for 1, and Love beats out the double play attempt by the slice. So Love reaches on the fielder's choice. And 2 out now, runner on first for the catcher, Valerie Combs, who is 1 for 1 with a single, a walk, and a run scored. First pitch, beautiful, called strike. Ground ball, that's going to get through. Diving attempt by Gingrich comes up empty, and now runners are on first and second with 2 outs for Kennedy Shea. Shea struck out in the 5th, her first at bat. Speed drops in for a called strike, 1-1. Ground ball, and that hits Myatt in the circle, and everyone's going to be safe. Infield single for Kennedy Shea, and now the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Let's check to make sure that Myatt is all right. Looks like he got her on the inside of the right foot. Now talk about a response opportunity for the Pioneers. The bases are now loaded with 2 outs for Caitlin Ty. She's 0 for 3 on the day. First pitch fouled away for strike 1. Waits on that one, but fouls it off. The 0-2 is to the backstop, but Love will not give it a try. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ty lines that one. That's going to get through. 1 run will score. Here comes the second runner. She will score as well. Ty will take second on the throw, and that's a 2 RBI single opposite way for Caitlin Ty. And the Nears grab the lead back. It's now 8-6. It's now 8-6. Nears take the lead back. Caprice Barella will be the batter, 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. 2 more runners in scoring position for her. The first pitch. Nice line through for a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes Ty. She's going to be out at the plate. And Erica Beach is going to challenge that one, so hold on just a minute. So the call is upheld. She was out at the plate, but a run did come in to score on the RBI single by Barella. And that will make the score 9-6 for the Nears here in the 6th inning. They get 3 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 6th, 9-6. Nears with the lead. This is the FGCL. 9-6 Pioneers with the lead as we open up play here in the home half of the 6th. Brittany Gingrich will be the batter. She's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. It's been a seesaw affair here. The Nears have scored 8 of their 9 runs in the last 3 innings, including 4 in the 5th. They scored 3 in the 6th, had their 4th possible run cut down at the plate to end the inning. Now we'll see if the Slice can answer back as they did last inning. Nears scored 4 in the top of the 5th. Slice scored 4 in the bottom of the 5th. Nears scored 3 in the top of the 6th. Let's see what the Slice can do. Called strike, 3-1. Counts now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one comes in low for ball 4 and a leadoff walk. Drawn by Gingrich. They'll bring up Grace Molitor. She's 1 for 1, walked and scored in the 3rd, doubled and scored in the 5th. Called strike. It's a final over on field 1 in 5 innings, 12-0. Squeeze. Run rule the impact. Inside 1-2. So that's now a 6-game win streak for the Squeeze. Snaps the 3-game win streak for the Impact. Second longest win streak of the year here in the FGCL. The Queens started off the year at 8-0 with an 8-game streak. Gingrich will take off and get to second on the wild pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Molitor. Brella has it. Now she's ready. The 2-2. Outside, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second, nobody out here in the 6th. Slice trying to answer back from the Nears 3 runs in the top of the 6th to take the 9-6 lead. And that one's going to get down for a base hit into right field. Gingrich around third. The throw will not come in. And that's an RBI single for Grace Molitor. is now 9-7. Nears with the lead. That brings up Kylie Shaw, who is 0 for 1 on the day with a couple of walks and a couple of runs scored. Tying run at the plate once again for the Slice. First pitch is a strike. Looks in the 3-1. Low and away for ball 4, and Shaw draws her third walk of the game. Nobody out. The Slice bring up the go-ahead run to the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Emma Brinkman will be the batter. Fouled out her first time up. Two and 0, and Evans will talk things over with Barella. Walk, RBI, single walk so far here in the 6th inning. It's 9-7. Nears with the lead. Looks like the signal has been made for the Nears to make a change in the circle. It's going to be Ella Dawson coming in to try to hold things down and finish this one off. So Barella, which has not been an issue for her here this season so far, had a little bit of a control problem today. Still went 2 innings of relief. Gave up 5 hits. 5 runs that are all earned. She is responsible for the 2 runners that are on base. Six walks and 2 strikeouts for Barella. And she'll turn things over to Ella Dawson. Dawson on the year, making her 9th appearance for the Nears. She's pitched 19 innings with a 2-3 record, 25 runs allowed. 17 of those have been earned. That is a 6.26 ERA. 22 hits, 19 strikeouts, and 24 walks. A 2.42 whip for Dawson. So now runners on first and second. And Brickman will be the batter once again. 2 balls and no strikes is the count. First pitch from Dawson is high. 3 balls, no strikes. Dawson, a freshman at New Mexico. He's had a great day at the plate today for the Nears. But that one's inside for ball 4, and now the bases are loaded. Still nobody out. Slice trail by 2, but have put themselves in a great position here to tie, if not take the lead, with Ella Dodge batting, who's 2 for 3 on the day. Double, single, and an RBI with a run scored. First pitch to the Lady Vol. Grounded to second. They're going to throw home, and they're going to get the force at the plate. For out number 1. And Brittany Burser's going to challenge that one. So after the challenge, the call is upheld. Bases are loaded. There's now 1 away. 9-7. Nears with the lead, and Layla Lamar will be the batter. First pitch is a called strike. Lamar 1 for 2. RBI single in the first, a ground out in the third, and RBI walk with a run scored in the 5th. Lamar takes this one to left field, and that's going to get over Harrell's head and get all the way to the wall. 1 run will score. Here comes the second run. She will score as well, and that is a 2 RBI single for Layla Lamar, and we are tied at 9. Harrell in left misjudged that one off the bat. May not have mattered. So Shaw and Brinkman score. Dodge is on second. And Lily Holtjay is now the batter in a tie ball game. First pitch is a called strike to Lily Holtjay. Closes the book on Barella. 2 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs, all earned. The throw back behind Dodge. She's safe. 1 ball, 1 strike. This game has been anything you can do, I can do just as well. Both teams have had immediate responses to runs scored on them. 1-0 after the top of the first, 1-1 after 1. 2-1 after the bottom of the third. Nears immediately responded to make it 2-2. Both teams scored 4 runs in the fifth. Both teams have scored 3 runs so far here in the sixth. Called strike 3 on the inside edge. And there's 2 away. May have been the biggest and most precise pitch of the game so far by any pitcher, either team. Caitlin Nesbitt now the batter. First pitch is to the backstop for the wild pitch. Nesbitt's 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts and a walk. But now, after the wild pitch, both runners are in scoring position, so a base hit not only would give the Slice a lead, it might give them a little bit of a cushion. Fouled away, 2-1. Ground ball, that's going to be foul. That's a fly ball. Right field. Hall makes the catch for out number 3 to retire the side. So once again, the Slice answer back to tie things up here in the 6th inning as Bradenton gets 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. We head to the 7th. We're tied up at 9. This is the FGCL. We move to the top of the 7th inning, knotted up at 9. The Pioneers and the Slice. For the Nears, 9 runs on 12 hits and no errors. For the Slice, 9 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. Sidney Lamont leading things off for the Pioneers. First pitch, swing on a miss for strike 1. Lamont is 2 for 2. Doubled and scored in the first, singled and scored in the fourth, walked and scored in the 5th. And probably the game of the year over here on field 2. Called strike on the inside corner, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lamont, slow roller to third. Gingrich has it. And the throw's in time for out number 1. Lamont retired for the first time today. And that will bring up Ella Dawson. Dawson 3 for 3 on the day. RBI double in the first, single in the fourth, and a 3-run homer in the fifth. So a triple short of the cycle is Dawson. First pitch. Called strike. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Myatt has it, stopping the throw, and there's 2 gone. So Lamont and Dawson both retired for the first time today here in the 7th inning. That brings up Maddie Baker, 1 for 3 with a single back in the fourth. First pitch misses for ball 1. Maddie Baker keeps the inning alive with a 2-out single. Her second hit of the day. The Nears not going to go quietly here in the 7th. So we'll bring up Quinn Hall, who is 0 for 3 with a ground out, a strikeout, and a fly out. First pitch is right through the wickets at third. E5. Second error of the day for the Slice, and now runners are on first and second with 2 outs. That will bring up Gabby Evans. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, 2 walks, and an RBI. Comes in a little bit low, 2 balls, no strikes. After 2 relatively innocuous ground outs to start the inning, I should say. Nears now threatening, runners on first and second. There's a strike, 2-1. Curveball dropped in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 on for the Nears here in the 7th. That's too far outside. The count's now full. 3-2. Haley Love on deck for the Nears. Payoff pitch. Foul tipped into the glove for strike 3. And Emma Myatt nails in the circle. Strands 2 Nears here in the 7th. No runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 2 left. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance, or excuse me, an opportunity for the Slice to walk it off. We're tied up at 9. This is the FGCL. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning, an opportunity for the Slice to walk it off. It's 9-9. Precious Ross to lead things off. Ella Dawson back out now for her first full inning of relief. First pitch is high for ball 1. The Nears held scoreless in an inning for the first time since the 3rd inning in the 7th, giving the Slice the opportunity here in the home half of the 7th. Inside 3-0. Right down the chute, 3-1. Low and inside for ball 4, and that's the leadoff walk for Precious Ross, getting things started for the Slice here in the bottom of the 7th. That brings up Riley Gardner, who's 0 for 3 on the day with a couple of strikeouts and a ground out. Pulls back the bunt. Pitch is high for ball 1. Dawson has to find the strike zone here. That bunt is down. Sims will field it with a bare hand. The throw is not in time. Gardner beats out the infield single to put runners now on first and second. And nobody out. Brittany Gingrich will be the batter. 0 for 2 on the day with a walk and a run scored. Gardner's run doesn't matter on first base, but not notching an out is very important for the Slice here. So with a margin of error for error, runners on first and second. Gingrich pulls back the bunt. 1-0. Bunted at a miss there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, threw back behind Bross. She's just barely back in time. That was a good throw by Evans. Squares around the bunt again. That bunt is down. Sims will field and throw to first. Gets the out. Sacrifice bunt by Gingrich, though, puts the winning run at third base with 1 away. will now be the batter. Winning run on third, everyone playing in defensively for the Nears. First pitch, low and in for ball one. Molitor's 2 for 2 with a walk, a double, an RBI single, and 2 runs scored. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pressure 2 on Evans behind the plate. Can't let anything get by her. Got good speed at third with Ross. Foul back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Popped up on the infield. Sims will make the catch. An absolutely gigantic out number 2. Two out now, back to the top of the order, and Kylie Shaw 0 for 1 with 3 walks and 3 runs scored. First pitch clips the outside corner for a called strike. Butted to that one and foul tipped into the glove for strike 2. I like the thought there. Is Lamont playing back at first. Gonna get it down. 1-2. Just a bit outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was fully immersed in the river, maybe coming out on the other shoreline. 2-2. Shaw fouls that one off. Stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. The winning run still on third base for the Slice. We're tied up at 9. And they'll check down. She didn't go. Full count now on Shaw. Drama here on field 2. Payoff pitch. High and outside for ball 4. So Shaw walks for the 4th time today, loading the bases for Emma Brickman. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Pops the first pitch back and it's foul. Dawson looks in. Leo 1. That's high. 1-1. Infield able to play at regular depth now. Everyone at regular depth. You can get it out at any base. Foul straight back. The ball in 2 strikes. One-two is right in there for a called strike 3. Ella Dawson strands the bases loaded and the winning run at third base here in the 7th. For the Slice, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 3 left. We've played 7. We're headed to extras. It's 9-9. Nears and Slice. This is the FGCL. We head to the 8th inning, tied up at 9. Chet Harrell will start off the inning on second base, and Haley Love will be the batter who reached on a fielder's choice and scored her first time up. First pitch fouled back, 4 strike 1. The Slice were able to get runners on second and third with 1 out. Bases loaded with 2 outs, but Ella Dawson got the strikeout to keep this game going. Love bunts and misses at that one. No balls and 2 strikes. Love fouls that one away. We'll do it again. No balls and 2 strikes. The Nears, 9 runs on 13 hits and no errors. The Slice, 9 runs on 9 hits, and they've committed 2 errors. Nears have left 7 runners on base. The Slice have left 12 on. So, some good situational pitching by both squads. Even though there have been some crooked numbers. Love grounds this one to short. Dodge has it. The throw is in time to get the out. It does move the runner over to third. Valerie Combs now the batter. 2 for 2 on the day, 2 singles, a walk, and 2 runs scored. Fouls the first pitch back, 4 strike 1. Field is in for the slice.
Out of way.
Especially with the international tiebreaker. If you can get out of an inning without allowing a run, you got to feel real good about yourself. That's a blooper to shallow center. That's going to fall for a base hit. Carroll will come in to score, and that's an RBI single for Valerie Combs. It's now 10-9. Nears with the lead. Kennedy Shea, the batter, 1 for 2 with a single, a strikeout, and a run scored. So Combs now on the day has reached base all 4 plate appearances, 3 singles, a walk, and an RBI. The count. It's popped up on the infield, and that's dropped. But they'll get the out there. So that's just a regular old 3-6 fielder's choice. So Shea now on first with 2 away. Caitlin Ty, the batter. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Ty, 1 for 4, had a 2 RBI single back in the 6th. This is the last game of the day here on day number 14 of FGCL play. Queens beat the Rivermocks 5-3. Circus over the Aquanauts 9-0. Rodeo over the Finns 10-8. Sea Cows over the Skeeters 7-5. And the Squeeze ruled the Impact 12-0. Ground ball, second base, Nesbitt has it and makes the throw for out number 3 to retire the side. But the Pioneers take the lead as they get a run on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Last chance for the slice. They're down 1. This is the FGCL. 10-9 Pioneers as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Last chance for the slice. Kylie Shaw will courtesy run on second for Brickman. And Ella Dodge will be the batter. Dodge is 2 for 4. A strikeout in the first, a RBI double in the third, single and scored in the 5th, and reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th. RBI single for Valerie Combs is the difference in the game as it stands right now. Third inning of relief for Ella Dawson. First pitch misses for ball 1. The Slice have matched every time the Nears have scored so far in this game. A couple of stray practice softballs rolled out of the Pioneer dugout, so got those taken care of. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Three-0 now on Dawson. No, from Dawson to Dodge. And that's a 4-pitch walk to Ella Dodge. It's not the worst thing in the world. Again, Dodge is a excellent hitter, and it does set up a force on any bag, but it does bring up Layla Lamar, who's 2 for 3 on the day with 3 RBIs, 2 singles, a walk, and a run scored. So pick your poison in this situation if you're the Nears. Tying run on second, winning run on first. First pitch to Lamar is outside for ball 1. Throw back behind Shaw at second. She's back in time, 2-0. And Evans is going to go talk things over with Dawson. Got to find the strike zone here if you're Dawson. Three balls and no strikes. That one hits the edge, 3-1. Ground ball back to the pitcher. They'll throw to third and get the lead runner.
Good job, Dawson!
One out. Runners on first and second on the fielder's choice, and that brings up Lily Holtje, who is 1 for 2 with that 3 RBI double back in the 5th and a couple of walks. First pitch right in there for a called strike. As I mentioned, the Slice have left 12 runners on base today. Trying not to add to that total. Fly ball deep left field, way back, way gone. 3-run walk-off homer for Lily Holtje. And the Slice walk it off. Final score, 12-10. A 6 RBI day for the newest FAU Owl, and the Slice are able to come back and walk this one off. Final score 12-10 in probably the game of the year so far here on field number 2. Heartbreaking loss for the Nears. Hate to see either team lose when they both fought and played so well. But the Slice come away with a win, 12-10. With the win, the Slice improved to 8-5 on the year, and the Pioneers fall to 10-2. For the Slice, 12 runs on 10 hits. They did not commit an error. They committed 2 errors, and they left 12 on. For the Nears, 10 runs on 14 hits. They did not commit an error, and they left 8 runners on. In your final score in 8 innings via the walk-off homer by Lily Holtje, 12-10, Slice with the win. That concludes day number 14 here at the Palmasola Softball Complex and the FGCL. We'll be back again tomorrow, 9:30 here on Field 2 for another triple header. Until then, I'm Tom Canterbury. Good night from Bradenton.